have been obsessed with the transformation of television over the last 8 years. That's really all I've focused on, but initially from the perspective of digital video and now television. This can, in particular, feels like we're really, as an industry, moving all in the same direction towards the transformation of television. And that's really what I'm working on at Xandr as well.
And what kinds of conversations are you having here in Cannes about that transformation? What are people's hopes and fears?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, I think about this a lot within the context of AT&T, and that's what people really want to be better understanding from us. And so that's what we're starting to talk about, is how we're going to realize the promise of AT&T's data, distribution, inventory, like their content and technology, and how we're bringing this all together with WarnerMedia, with our DirecTV footprint, with our AppNexus technology, and kind of laying it all out so people can see the roadmap that we have ahead of us and how we're thinking about convergence, because that's happening. It's real. We're 2019, it's happening.
So give us an update on Xandr. You seem to be moving at a very fast pace and doing some really interesting, exciting things. Mm-hmm. What stage have you got to? Where are you at with the product, with the offer?
Good question. So we're thinking about things within convergence in a few different ways. There's convergence within digital, and the ability to buy an audience across all digital platforms. I would say we are, not that we're done, but we have a product in market. It's very strong, and we actually just relaunched our Invest platform, which goes to market with these omni-channel digital converged offerings. We're also building a TV convergence product, and this is something that we are going to be doing as part of our Invest platform, and that is very quickly coming to market. It's entirely what I'm focused on. I have a large team that's building this offering, and we're really excited to come back and talk about what this actually, will be for buyers and sellers.
Now, I gather you have some interesting thoughts about the role of programmatic in the TV space,
mm-hmm.
which is developing fast. I hear a lot of confusion. People struggle to define it. No one's quite sure where it's at.
Yeah.
What's your take about programmatic and the future of TV?
That's a really good question, and I love to talk about this. There's many different points of view on this, and here's where I'm at. Automation, we need automation, and automation is coming. This is what we're working on. This is what we are bringing to market. Automation does not mean that we are going to move towards a fully real-time auction-based exchange-traded marketplace. So what I'm drawing a distinction between here is really technology and capabilities, and really the marketplace that exists on top of that. I think the TV marketplace is here to stay, meaning upfront, scarce, reserve inventory, and the business rules that surround that marketplace will continue to be grounded in an upfront reserved model, and they should be. Why? Because marketers need to be able to guarantee an audience at specific times within the year, and they're not going to want to pay at the pump for advertising, right? If you're launching a new product, you need to know months and months, perhaps years in advance, that you're going to have impressions against your audience at that level in particular environments. And so that's why we're focused on enabling buyers to do what they need to do to satisfy the needs of their marketer, and ultimately to reach their consumer. And the real-time exchange marketplaces are great for filling out additional impressions and additional reach. So it plays an important part of the media mix, but it is not, just because we have the technology that will enable it, does not mean that the full media plan should then convert to a real-time market. And so that's what we're focused on, is really the holistic view across the reserved upfront marketplace, and surrounding that with a real-time marketplace.
So scarily, we're approaching 2020. A whole new decade ahead.
Yeah.
What are some of the changes you expect to see in the US TV market during the next decade?
Well, I would say that consumers are just going to continue to shift their viewing habits and consume content the way that they want to. That's for sure. We see that. So distribution models are changing. I would predict as we look out to the next 10 years that we'll start to evolve sort of next generation measurement methodologies that go beyond age and sex for the true kind of linear model, so that we can have a unified view of an audience, not only a unified view, but a unified currency, and standards around that. And those kind of two things will drive both the changes in distribution as well as new measurement methodologies will drive kind of an acceleration of convergence. And that's where our platform comes in to be able to help navigate that convergence for both sellers and buyers.